Good evening and welcome to Hope College and the DeVos Fieldhouse on a beautiful fall evening as the sun sets in gorgeous Holland, Michigan on this fall evening. My name is Scott Vanderstoop and I have the privilege of bringing you an outstanding non-conference Division III volleyball matchup between the Maroons of the University of Chicago and the Hope College Flying Dutch. The Maroons come into the contest tonight with an impressive 18-4 record overall and an 18th ranking in the AVCA National Poll. They started out their season with a four-match victory on their home court with victories over Lawrence, Loras, Carleton, and St. Olaf. They then traveled to Kenosha for a three-set victory over Carthage. They then once again hosted their own tournament, and they walked away with a 2-1 record with victories over William Smith and Mount St. Joseph, losing 3-1 to nationally ranked the Big Blue of Milliken, who were just here in Holland last weekend. They then traveled to Plymouth, Wisconsin, and pulled a straight set victory over Lakeland University. They then traveled to UW Eau Claire and walked away with 2 wins against 1 defeat, losing to the host Eau Claire team 3-1 and picking up victories against St. Catherine and Concordia. A common opponents for this year, University of Chicago picked up at Albion with a victory over Albion, also a victory over Alma, and Baldwin Wallace. All 3 of those are or will be common opponents of the Dutch. They then hosted the Knights of Calvin University and rolled them in straight sets on September 25th. They then traveled to New York University for conference matchups for a UAA round robin number 1 with victories over Brandeis and a thrilling 5-set victory over NYU, losing to Carnegie Mellon in New York City. They then traveled to North Park just across town and rolled the North Park University team in straight sets, picked up a UAA victory over the University of Rochester, and then losing to number 6 Emory, a perennial national powerhouse. And that brings them to tonight against the Hope College Flying Dutch, who have not lost a set since September 25th. They picked up a road victory just last week against Kalamazoo College. They sit at an impressive 17-2 mark, ranked number 2 in the country, and picked up 3 victories last weekend on their home court against Baldwin Wallace and I thought I had it memorized. Baldwin Wallace, and we will get the rest of it, but first we're going to turn it over to the voice of Hope College volleyball, Mr. Dave Fleece.
Tonight, the Flying Dutch of Hope hosts the Maroons of the University of Chicago. Before we announce our starting lineups, we ask that you please remove your hats and join us as we stand to honor our country and everyone defending it with the singing of our national anthem. Singing our national anthem this evening is Hope College Junior Will Walker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the King in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, and now here are the players and lineups for tonight's match. First, for the visiting University of Chicago Maroons, number 5, Emma Lotz. Number 7, Nicole Martinez. Number 8, Maggie McInerney. Number 9, Emery Roberts. Number 10, Grace Zhu. Number 11, Isabel Kai. Number 14, Claudia Barbarossa. Number 17, Monica Brinley. Number 18, Sally North. Number 19, Ava Novak. Number 20, Summer Storm Alberta. And number 23, Peyton Minyard. And now starting for the Maroons, a junior from Seattle, Washington, number 1, Dia Mishra. A graduate student from Lake Forest, Illinois, number 2, Keely Kenziora. A sophomore from Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 4, Talita Marangon. A junior from Palo Alto, California, number 6, Hillary Chung. A sophomore from Portland, Oregon, number 12, Kennedy Chung. A freshman from Austin, Texas, number 15, Gabby Spellings. A grad student from Palo Alto, California, number 16, Amelia Gibbs. Coaching the Maroons as head coach in his 4th season, Mitchell McPartland. He's assisted by Jennifer Buckman, Tom Guzzi, and Kathleen Brennan. And now for your Hope College Flying Dutch. Number 1, Kate Lurtsma. Number 3, Natalie Panucci. Number 5, Gracie Allen. Number 7, Abby Samuel. Number 8, Jenna Bloom. Number 9, Jenna James. Number 10, Ella Cantant. Number 12, Kate Oates. Number 14, Angie Butler. Number 15, Eva Hardung. Number 16, Olivia Wyma. Number 19, Tess Herendeen. And number 21, Brooke Fox. And now starting for your Flying Dutch, a senior from DeWitt, Michigan, number 2, Grace Marshall. A senior from Mason, Ohio, number 4, Annie Lockett. A sophomore from Grand Haven, number 6, Cameron Burbridge. A junior from Plymouth, number 11, Lauren Lee. A senior from Kentwood, number 17, Allie DeWeird. A senior from Elkhorn, Wisconsin, number 18, Sammy Seib. And a senior from Grand Rapids, number 22, Addie Vanderwide. Coaching the Flying Dutch as head coach, Becky Schmidt in her 21st season. She's assisted by Carrie Lahaki, Taylor Babick, Amber Morrison, Gabby Vachon. Your officials this evening are Dave Vandermeer, Todd Klein, Allison Harabuda, and Robert Wilson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dave Fleece, the voice of Hope College Volleyball, getting us started. And a super rendition of the national anthem by Will Wagner, I believe his last name was. Thank you for that. As I was saying right before we got started, Hope College is coming off 2 victories over Baldwin Wallace and the Garnet of Swarthmore in their own tournament. They couldn't managed to get the schedule against Milliken. Milliken did come up in time, but they wanted to go to Grand Rapids and play Calvin. And being the good hosts that we are, we had to forsake the opportunity to play nationally ranked Milliken. Chicago has played them, as well as a couple of MIAA opponents, as well as a sweep of Baldwin Wallace, who was just here last weekend. Same starting lineup for the Dutch as they try to extend their record to 18-2 tonight. It will be a terrific matchup of two nationally ranked teams. The Maroons come in led by Dia Mishra, the junior from Seattle. She averages 2.95 kills per set. In the service department, it's Thalita Marangone, a right side sophomore from Sao Paulo, Brazil. She's got 36 aces on the year. In the back row, it's Kennedy Chung, a sophomore from Portland, Oregon. She averages 3.38 digs per set. And Amelia Gibbs, the middle blocker, the grad student from Palo Alto. She averages 0.79 blocks per set. We're underway at DeVos as Cam Burbridge picks up the opening point on a quick hitter in the 6-hole and hopes up 1-0. Brooke Fox will come in and take her spot in the front row. Grace Marshall will head out. In the front, it is Lockett, Burbridge, and Fox. In the back, it's Vanderweide, Seib, and Lee. That one is blocked by Fox and Burbridge. A tip attempt is good by Morangan. And we are tied at 1. Morangan will head back to serve. Marangun, excuse me. Left-handed serve, tough serve. Handled by Hope. And a nice outside attack by Brooke Fox as she floats it over the block and puts it in the deep corner. And Hope is up 2-1. Sammy Seib stands on the far left side of the court. She sends over her right-handed serve, picked up by Kennedy Chung, the libero. A roll shot by Keely Kanziora is handled by Hope. And there's Lockett, who attempts from the right side but couldn't quite slow herself down after the attempt. She rubs up against the net. Point to Chicago. We are tied at 2. Here's Kanziora with the serve and a nice tip by Annie Lockett. She picks up her first point of the night. And we are, Hope takes a 3-2 lead. Kate Oates into the game. She will take over serving duties along in the back row as Lockett takes her seat on the bench. Middle attack by Gabby Spellings, pounds it off the block, and we are tied at 3. Spellings with her first kill of the evening. Early on, both teams hitting well, although we are just starting. And there's our first service error of the night as Kanziora sends it a little deep. And Hope takes a 4-3 lead. Brooke Fox heads to the back. There's a quick back and forth. It seems like she just came into the game. Serves from the left side of the court, sends it to the right side. Nice pickup by Mishra. Tip by DeWeird. I don't think it's exactly how she drew it up, but Hope gets the point, and it is 5-3. Fox will serve again. And there is a back row attack, says Mr. Dave Vandermeer. Coach Schmidt was questioning it at first, but it took about a half a second for the experienced Dave Vandermeer to explain it. Becky Dodd says, okay, you won't get much past him as he is a veteran official who has earned his credentials indeed. And he picked up that back row attack by Hope. It's 5-4, the Dutch lead as the ball goes back and forth. Here's a left-handed attack on the right side by Morongan. And an attack by Allie DeWeerd. And we got a point for Hope, 6-4. DeWeerd will head back to serve. DeWeerd with 15 service aces on the year. Nice serve, and there's another one! As she gets it by the libero Chung, and it's 7-4 Hope. DeWeerd again to serve from the left side. And she tries to wiggle it down the left side of the court. Unsuccessful. Service error. Ball goes back to Chicago. Hope leads 7-5. Grace Marshall back in. Front row is Lee, Burbridge, and Vanderweide. Here comes Lauren Lee outside to Vanderweide, who gets it past the block. Peyton Minyard put up a solo block, but it just got past her, and there was no one there to cover. 8-5. And Lauren Lee heads back, the ever-dangerous server with 17 service aces, but that one's going to go about 14 feet long. Lauren Lee with a lot of energy on that one. Kanziora checking in, and Hillary Chung checking in. Hillary Chung will check. We'll go back to serve, a junior from Palo Alto. Picked up by Marshall on the serve receive. That is blocked. Vanderweide's is blocked, but it's covered by Hope. Lauren Lee's going to go right side to lock it, and she's blocked but covered again, this time by Vanderweide. Roll shot by Vanderweide, and a middle attack. Quick hitter by the Maroons as she gets it up and over. That's Amelia Gibbs, one of two players from Palo Alto, California on this team, a national student body. And there's a service error by Chicago. That will give the ball back to Hope, extend the lead to 9-7. And this game's going back and forth. We've already been twice through as Grace Marshall comes out, Brooke Fox comes back in, Vanderweide to serve. Just need to make sure, and another service error. See what they are for the team, for both teams combined. We've got 5 as both teams trying to be aggressive with their serves, either with short or with power, and the result is some errors. There's another one. This one's picked up by Vanderweide. That might have been out too. And then Lockett comes hard from the right side and picks up the point, and Hope leads 10-8. Burbridge comes out, DeWeerd comes in, and the libero Sammy Saib will drop back to serve. What a serve. That was a dropping missile. Looked like a 90-mile-an-hour drop ball in fast-pitch softball. There's another ace for Saib. She's got 35 on the season and leads all Dutch. And another one. Sammy Saib is on fire at the service line. That's going to cause Coach McPartland to call his first timeout. We'll be back. Hope leading 12-8. You are watching Hope Volleyball.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is Hope.
Thank you very much, Mr. Travis Williams, for all your great work at the Outdoor Discovery Center, giving great experiences to the young people in the Ottawa and Allegan County areas, as well as great experiences for our Hope College students who work there. There's a rumor afoot that Travis Williams, as great as he is made greater by his terrific executive assistant and proud Hope College grad from 1986, Ms. Lynette Zeilman-Tenhave. And there's a quick hitter in the middle by Allie DeWeerd out of the timeout, and it's 13-8 as Allie DeWeerd picks up her first kill of the match. Nice set from the back row by Marangone. The hitter did a great job of putting it up there. It was a little bit of a spin, but boy, it was an impressive. Got it from one end of the court to the other, and that helped Kanziora pick up her attack from the outside. And it is, from the right side, and it is 13-9. Tough serve by the libero. Outside, Brooke Fox, the undersized outside hitter. Ricochets it off the net tape and the block. It dribbles down on the Chicago side, and Hope leads by 5. And here comes Kate Oates in to take the back row from Lockett. $17 aces by Oates on the year. Good single-handed pickup by Oates. 10 feet off is Brooke Fox with her attack. It's handled. And then the kill leader, Dia Mishra, tries a tricky one-handed, left-handed push along the side, but it's just wide. Hope picks up the point, and Oates will continue her serving. Oates hails from Cincinnati Christian High School, and there's another attempt by Mishra, and mistimed with the setter, and another point, and an hitting error by Chicago. That's going to lower their hitting percentage, which was in the 300s. It's now down to 231. Hope still blistering at 389 here in set one. Nice jump set by Chicago, and an attack by Mishra, and it is blocked. Third time in a row, and Hope has had an answer, and that's going to cause Chicago to call its second and final timeout of set one. 3 attempts at Mishra, but she couldn't convert as Hope put up a big block each time. They have extended their lead 17-9. We're going to be back in just a bit with more. You're watching Hope Volleyball.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louis the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Welcome back to the DeVos Fieldhouse, where the Flying Dutch have opened up an 8-point lead as they have really stiffened on defense. Chicago was hitting 333 just a minute ago, and thanks to a couple of hitting errors and some terrific defense by the Flying Dutch, they have dropped to 0-6-7. And there's an attack by Allie DeWeerd, and she gets it past the double block. It looked like Kanziora was going to be able to penetrate and push it back, but DeWeerd powered it through, and it is 18-9. And Kate Oates is on a serving tear as she fires it hard from the right side of the court. Here's an outside attack by Kanziora. Here's a slide by DeWeerd, played nicely by the setter Chung. Right side attack this time by Kanziora, but it is handled. Good attack. This one's going to have to be chased down. Chicago's not going to get a great attempt. Left-handed swing by Marangone from the back row is handled by Hope. Marangone sets it over to the right side. And there's a laser by Mishra, but it's tracked down by Oates, and it's not going to get over by Hope. Credit Dia Mishra with a power missile and stops the bleeding. Certainly something that Mishra was looking to get. That's her first kill of the day. It might be the second. We'll wait for the stats to reload. She's got 3 hitting errors also, as she came up against some tough Hope College blocking there in the middle of this set. Two-handed push by Fox. It's about all Hope could do with it. There's Mishra once again blocked, but this time it's covered by Chicago. Mishra gets it up over the block that time on a nice play. Fox is blocked. Lauren Lee with a smile on her face sends it over on first contact. Chicago was ready. Oh, it looked like Lee was going to send it over, but she set it instead. A little no-look set by Lauren Lee, and Brooke Fox pounds it down, and it is 19-10. Is that right? I guess it is. For some reason, I thought it'd be 20. 19-10 says the scoreboard. Brooke Fox sends it to the deep middle. Middle attack by Chicago. Nicely played by Peyton Minyard. Peyton Minyard, a grad student from Coppell, Texas. And she picks up her first kill of the night. Serving will be Nicole Martinez. She's a back row player from Los Angeles, California. Second contact has to be chased down, but a nice left side attack, and the two Chicago players ran into each other as they were going back to their positions. That's Grace Zhu and Thalita Marangone, but they were able to shake it off. It looked like skull to chin, and it looked like it really hurt, but they're going to play through it. There's an attack by Vanderweide, and Coach McPartland was going to consider subbing there, but it looks like he is going to let him play after the collision on the Chicago side. There's Allie DeWeert, sends it serve over. Nice attack by Minyard, but she just swung it a little wide from the right side. Hope picks up another point, and that makes it 21-12. All smiles on the side of the Dutch, as after the first 10 or 12 points were evenly distributed. It's been largely a Hope game at this point, although Chicago has played well, and the next two sets, provided Hope can close this out, certainly. And a block by Burbridge and Lee on the outside. The center in the middle, making a little magic, and it's 22-12. Allie DeWeert waiting for the official to blow the whistle. Here she goes. She's going to send it way deep, almost inside the restricted area of the free throw lane. That ball will go back to Chicago in the serving hands of Gabby Spelling. And there's another service error. Both teams have had their fair share. Spelling's on the year had only had 4 service errors prior to today. That's her first. That's 7 service errors overall for both teams. Lockett gets it up over the block, but could not bring it down inside the white line. That's a point for Chicago. 23-14. Subbing in is Kanziora and Hillary Chung, and Chung will serve. Chicago looks to be using a two-setter offense, and she sends it deep. And that is the 8th service error in this game, 4 for each team. 24-14, set point for the Dutch. The NCAA Co-Player of the Year last year, trying to finish it up here in set 1 from Holland, Michigan. And it's a service ace, and another one for Hope. That's their 4th of the set against 0 for Chicago. Hope wins handily, 25-14 in set 1. We're going to be back with more Hope College volleyball right after this. You are watching Hope Volleyball.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
Our students act as beacons of hope for their community. They lead with courage, conviction, patience, and strength. They're ready to change the world.
Welcome back to the DeVette Van Wieren Court inside of DeVos Fieldhouse on a beautiful fall day here at Hope College in beautiful Holland, Michigan. Holland's great in the fall, in the summer, but I think September and the first part of October are the best part of our year. We want to thank you for joining us. If you are within shouting distance and you want to come over and watch a little bit of volleyball, we have at least 2 sets in store for you still. But we are also happy for you to join us wherever you might be and whatever team you might be exhorting this evening. My name's Scott Vanderstoop, and I am made to sound better than I deserve by several people who make us look great. Mr. Shane Siegel on one of the cams. Not sure if he's on the wide or the close-up tonight. I'll get that from the boss later on. Mr. Jake Johnson also on our cam. And then Ms. Audra Woolman, Director Extraordinaire, who, among other things, there's an ace by Lauren Lee to get set 2 started. Audra is a great student director, and she is in charge of our boss in the booth, El Jefe, Freddie Velasquez, the Director of Video Services, who somehow magically seems to be in 3 places at one time. And we want to thank Freddie for his great work and his ability. And an outside attack by Vanderwide sticks it inside the corner, and that's in. 2-0 Hope. Freddie is very gifted in finding terrific student help. His ability to recruit middle-aged announcers has yet to be vetted, and that performance is still in question. But his students are without peer. In that first set, Hope dominated, hitting 300 for the set. They were led by Annie Lockett, and her rocket with, they were led by Allison DeWeerd with 4 kills, hitting a blistering 800. No service, no attack errors. Then Brooke Fox had 3. Vanderwide had 2, as did Lockett. And Cam Burbridge with the first point of the night, her only kill in that set. For Chicago, they hit 0-6-7. Marangone had 2 kills and then 1 kill each, distributed to Mishra, Canziora, Spellings, Gibbs, and Minyard. That was set 1. Set 2, Hope with a lead 3-2. Ball going back and forth here. And a middle attack by by Chicago just out. That was Amelia Gibbs, and that makes it 4-2. Coming into this match, these two teams were on paper, very even. Chicago with a record of 18-4. Hope with a record of 17-2. Here's an outside attack by Mishra, and she pounds it down. The kill leader for the Maroons coming into tonight, averaging 2.95 kills per set. Shows why she is deserving of that honor. Brooke Fox from the outside is handled. And that one was blocked, but it dribbles through. Mishra with another kill, as she had a rough first set and has woken up here early in the second set. As I was saying, on paper, the Maroons and the Dutch even, similar records. The Maroons hitting 239 in the year compared to their opponents 137. Very similar. There's another attack by Mishra, who has a determination in her eye, as she, I'm sure, wants to have a better success than she did in set 1. Hope hitting 265 on the year coming into tonight versus opponents 156. So very balanced teams. It was not close in set 1, but Chicago showing why they are nationally ranked, and they're off to a lead here in set 2. And we anticipate that this will be a battle to the end. And there's a tip in the middle that dribbles past Burbridge, as Burbridge went up just a little early. And Chicago with its biggest lead of the evening. First contact by Vanderwide. Lee gets it to Burbridge. And an outside attack again by Dia Mishra. And she is on fire in set 2. She is now up to, let me hit the reload, that is her 4th kill. And the 3rd one in this set. And a second contact attack by Lauren Lee. She is a master at that. She's in the back row, so she kept her feet on the floor, and she fooled everybody, including the announcer. There's Sammy Seib, who is a terrific server, but she also has her fair share of service errors, as she is very aggressive from behind the service line. Chicago extends its lead to 3. That's the biggest they've had. Here's a right side attack by Lockett, and she gets it past Mishra. And Hope will get the ball back. Lockett will come out. Oates will come in. Back row is Seib, Oates, Vanderwide. Front row is Fox, DeWeerd, and Lee. And that ball is out, and another service error. And that is the second. I'll hit refresh here. No, first service error of the set for Hope. They've got 5 total, and another point by Chicago, and they lead 10-6. And this crowd is humbled. Still making noise, cheering on their Dutch. And on the slide, Allie DeWeerd ricochets it off the block of Marangone. and it is 7-10. Hope trying to climb out of this deficit here in set 2. From the left side of the court, Brooke Fox sends it deep. Outside attack by Minyard. And it is played by Chicago, but Lauren Lee is there. Hope picks up the point, and it is 10-8. That should be Lee's second kill, as the first one came on a dump from the back row. Lee goes on the slide to DeWeerd, but it's just wide. It looked like it might have ricocheted off the block. Line judge Allison Heriberta said, no, it's out. And it's 11-8. Chicago with the lead. Emma Lotz, senior from Los Angeles, on the serve. And there's an overpass that DeWeerd couldn't quite get down, but Chicago does have to free ball it over, outside by Vanderwide. And she pounds it down the line, between the antenna and the block. Hope cuts the lead to 2. And Allie DeWeerd will go back to serve. DeWeerd on the year, coming into tonight, 15 service aces to 11 service errors. And a left-handed attack by Marangone, and that goes deep from the outside. A left-handed hitter swings from the outside, point to Hope, and the Dutch have cut it to 1. Allie DeWeerd trying to even it up here halfway through set 2. Hope won handily in set 1, and that one is attacked by Minyard, and it dribbles down on the Hope side. Hope couldn't penetrate the block, and Chicago keeps its lead. Hillary Chung will come in to serve, and then we'll set from the back row if it was anything like set 1. Vanderwide cuts it hard from the outside and picks up the point. That is her 5th kill of the evening, hitting .364 on the night. Coming into tonight, she was hitting .264, an outstanding number for an outside hitter who usually gets a lot of the stuff that nobody else can get, as the setter will default to the outside quite a bit. This one's going back and forth. Sammy Saib's got to take the second contact. Lockett's blocked, but it's covered by Hope. Vanderwide is blocked, but that one came back so fast, Hope couldn't get a handle on it. Great blocking by Chicago. Amelia Gibbs gets credit for that one, and it is 13-11 Chicago. Front row is, and there's a service error by Chicago. Hope will get it back. We'll set the lineup. Front row right now for Chicago appears to be Gibbs and Canziora. Gibbs, Canziora. And here's Mishra, the other front row attack, and she pounds it down as Dia Mishra is having a terrific second set. Chicago leads. Nice one-handed set by Lauren Lee. About all she could do with it, as it was really tight to the net. The attack by Canziora is handled. Here's Brooke Fox, who finds a spot over the block. Brooke Fox with a crafty shot. Gets it up over with just a little bit of top spin. And Hope trying mightily to take its lead, its only lead in this game since 1-0. The rest of it has been all Chicago. Great play in the back row by Vanderwide. This is going to go right side. Sammy Saib gets a hand on it, but too hot to handle, as the Hope cannot track it down. And Chicago refuses to yield its lead. In set 2, Chicago leading the hitting war 190 to 143. That's compared to a 300 to an 067 in set 1. And there is a net violation on Chicago. Coach McPartland having an extended conversation with the down official. Seems, I would say, I would describe his reaction as dissatisfied with the explanation. And that's going to make it, we'll see what that does to the scores. We're getting ready for some subs. Oates will come in for Lockett. And that makes it 14-15. And Oates will serve with a chance to try to pull Hope back to a tie. They have not led since 1-0. Oates, I think that was going out, but Chicago plays it, and they're going to struggle to get it over, but they do. Hope will have a good chance outside Fox. Blocked and covered by Chicago. They're going to go outside also. Pushed by Mishra, picked up by Vanderwide. And Brooke Fox! I have 2 Vanderhides in class, so if I say that by accident, my apologies. Addie Vanderwide with a great first contact. Brooke Fox picks up the point on that one. Fox on the night with her 5th kill. No attack errors. She's hitting a 313 at a 313 clip. And Chicago answers quickly. Gabby Spellings on the slide. And Chicago will not relinquish its lead. They lead 16-15. What a set here, folks. Great Division III volleyball with 2 nationally ranked teams playing as though they deserve their national ranking, to be sure. Left-handed attack by Marangone. And it is 17-15. The Chicago side is animated. They brought a handful of fans as well who are exhorting their Maroons in set 2. Brooke Fox has her attack handled. Right side is Minyard. Lee's attack is handled. Minyard with a tip, but that's handled. And Lauren Lee, with a great deal of eagerness and vigor, decides she's going to take a swing at it, and she sends it way wide, and Chicago leads by 3 as we are getting near the end, and there is a serve-receive error, and Chicago with its biggest lead of set 2. Becky Schmidt's going to call timeout. Hope is on the verge of losing this set. They're going to regather and catch them quickly. We'll be back to see if they can do it. You're watching Hope Volleyball.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
Hope College on the precipice of losing their first set since September 28th, as Chicago has handled them quite easily here in set 2, and Allie DeWeird stops the bleeding and gets the ball back. Hope has not blocked well in this set. Before that point, Chicago was hitting 276. They still are. And Hope was hitting 161. So it has been a maroon set, to be sure. Jump set to DeWeird is covered. Lee pushes it over, but Chicago's going to get another chance. Nice play by Seib, right in the hands of Lee. Roll shot by Vanderwide is handled. They're going to go outside, and Sammy Seib gets Brooke Fox gets a hold of it, and Vanderwide gets it in! and it ricochets off the back row player. 19-17, and Chicago's going to call a timeout. 2 straight and big points by the Dutch. Chicago's still in command, but Hope with a little bit of momentum. We're going to be back to see if they can cut this lead once and for all. They trail 19-17. This is Hope Volleyball.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
We want to thank you for joining us wherever you might be. Perhaps you are a fan of the Maroons of the University of Chicago, in which case you might be joining us from anywhere from Coppell, Texas to Sao Paulo, Brazil. Chicago comes out of the timeout, picks up the point, and extends its lead to 3. Grace Marshall in, Brooke Fox out. Addie Vanderweide moves to the front. And there's a tough serve that Hope can't handle. A service ace by Gabby Spellings. There's another ace by Spellings. And Hope having all kinds of trouble. And Hope's going to call another timeout. Coming into this match, Gabby Spellings had only had 2 service aces compared to 4 service errors, but she has just evened herself out there. Hope's going to call another timeout. We'll keep it here because I don't think that Coach Schmidt's going to have a whole lot to say other than, hey, let's get that pass, and let's get the ball in the hands of Lauren Lee, and let's do it right now because they trail by 5 and are on the brink of losing their first set in almost a month. They sit alone, the MIAA conference, 1.5 game ahead of the Britons of Albion. Those 2 teams will get a chance at each other soon. We are back. Gabby Spellings with 2 straight serves. There's another one, hits the net tape. Fortunately, DeWeerd's able to get it, and they're able to get it in the hands of Vanderweide. And finally, some good news for the Dutch. It would be great if we could get a bunch of points here, and we are going to make a change, and we are going to put in Angie Butler, a freshman from Novi, to do some serving, and she sends a laser that's picked up by Chicago, but they can't do much with it. Butler to Lee. Pushed over by Vanderweide. Vanderweide on the overpass. That's handled by Chicago. Outside attack is blocked, but covered by Chicago. Hope will get another chance on the slide. Cam Burbridge sends it deep. Great timing, just a little long. And it is 23-18. Angie Butler, the freshman, getting a chance here in a big match. Butler coming into today had only played in 2 matches. She played against Whitewater 2 sets, and she played against St. Mary's also 2 sets. And an opportunity to pick up a big service opportunity there. Did a nice job. There's Burbridge from the middle. The Grand Haven sophomore pounds it down, 23-19. Lauren Lee, 23-19. Tough server in general. She is a terrific server. That's another service error for the Dutch. They have, let me hit the reload here. It's either 6 or 7. They have 6 service errors in the match. Burbridge takes her long arm and pushes it over. But Chicago with an opportunity. There's Lockett who's going to have to roll it. She picks it up. But they have no more degrees of freedom, as Vanderweid's going to have to go to the back. That's good for serving, but not great for attacks. Brooke Fox is in. That's a tough serve by Vanderweid. This overpass is pounded by Lockett, but Chicago handles it. And they fire it back. Dia Mishra fittingly picks up the winning point at set 2. She's got 6 kills on the night, with 5 of them coming in set 2. We are locked up at 1 set apiece. Hope College gets its first taste of losing in nearly a month. We are tied at 1. We've got at least 2 more sets to go. We'll be back with all of the action in just a bit. You're watching Hope Volleyball.
In a Hope Forward model, every student who comes through the doors of Hope College would have their tuition 100% covered.
Hope students come from diverse backgrounds, ready to create an environment where truth is sought, all voices are amplified, and challenges are met with determination and confidence. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
My name's Emma Duttmers, and I'm a communications major, and then I'm minoring in environmental studies. I play soccer. The first soccer game of my junior year, I tore my ACL. Our athletic trainer, Annie, was there for me right when it happened, and she was there for me literally every step of the way. That was definitely a huge growing opportunity for me, and it was really hard, but it really pushed me to be a leader with more of my voice because I couldn't lead by example on the field. It definitely made me take a step back and realize how much there is to be grateful for.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to share hope stories of transformational impact.
Well, a match broke out, folks. We're tied at 1-1 as these two nationally ranked teams are engaged in an epic battle. That's set 2. on the stat sheet favored the Maroons, not by a ton, but they did win the hitting war 278 versus Hope's 205, and then their 4 service aces certainly aided their efforts. They only had 13 kills compared to Hope's 14. They're led in the match. They're hitting 182 as a team for the match. They're led by Dia Mishra, who was very quiet in set 1 and exploded in set 2. She leads with 7. Marangone and Spellings each with 4. Minyard and Canziora each with 2. Annie Lockett gets things started for the Dutch. And Hope off to a 1-0 lead. Coach Schmidt with some energetic suggestions in the timeout, trying to get her team to play in set 3 like they did in set 1. And there's a block by Fox. And Hope gets the first 2 points. For the night, they are led by, the Dutch are led by Vanderweide, who had a great second set. She's got 7 kills. Fox and DeWeerd both with 6, and Lockett with 2, Lockett with 4, Burbridge with 2, and Lauren Lee with 1. And Annie Lockett again from the right side. She brought her rocket. Did the Lockett. 3-0. And Hope playing with energy and precision to start set 3. Chung with a back set that goes to Marangone, and the first point of set 3 for the Maroons goes to the sophomore from Sao Paulo. She picks up her serving assignment, sends her left-handed serve over to Vanderweide. Middle attack by Burbridge, who finds a way. They beat the block, and it's 4-1. Hope playing with quickness. They did not block well in set 2. They'll need to block better against the top-rated teams that they have on their schedule from beginning to end. Great serve by Sammy Saib, but it's brought over on one contact, so Saib actually had to one-hand it up, and the attack on the right side was touched by Hope, so Chicago picks up the point. It was a goofy-looking hit, but it probably was goofy-looking because it ricocheted off the block. Great point by Chicago. And the right side attack by Lockett this time is blocked, going to the well one too many times. Chicago has cut the lead to 1. Serving will be the libero Barbarossa. Barbarossa, a junior from Saratoga, California. Outside attack by Mishra, who continues to be on fire as she has been terrific in set 2 and the beginning of set 3. And there's a laser serve, but way too low. Service error for Chicago. And that will send the ball back to the Dutch. 6th service error for Chicago. 7th service error. Each team was 7. Kate Oates will serve. And there is another. That's 15 total for the teams combined compared to their 9 service aces. Neither coach can be pleased with that lack of serving efficiency. You got to like the aggressiveness, but DeWeerd has to push it over. There's going to be an outside attempt again by Mishra. That one is too deep. There were pleas for a touch, but I didn't have one. Several inches up over. Mishra really got high on that one and just put it over everybody, including the back line. Ball is out. Hope with a thin 1-point lead. Back row attack by the left-hander Marangone is handled by Hope. And Vanderweide answers quickly from the outside. And Hope extends its lead to 7-5. Should be the 8th kill by Vanderweide if I've done the math correctly. Here's a slide by Chicago. A little sloppy on the timing. It goes deep, and Hope picks up another point. This game looking a little bit more like set one, as Chicago basically dominated from wire to wire in set two. That one's close to the net, and that ball is in the plane of the net, and so that is going to be a Hope point, 9-5. Chicago wanting a back row, a roof of the set. They didn't get it. And that is a laser by Mishra, who continues this one from the right side. She's going to come out now, and Nicole Martinez is going to play the back row. Great play by Mishra. And it was out, but it was deflected off the block as Hope got a hand on it. Vanderwide from the outside, cuts it hard, but Chicago plays it. And that time, Marangone had the first and the third contact. And she picks up another point. Marangone on the night. And a tip by Hope. She picks it. Hope picks up the point. Marangone with 6 kills on the night. Took me a minute to find it as it was reloading. Allie DeWeird will serve with Hope leading by 3. Nice serve into the middle of the court. Has to be chased down. Hope handles it. Burbridge with a little tip in the middle of the court. They had a campfire, 11-7. Hope with its biggest lead of set 3. DeWeird again, right in the middle of the court, causing some trouble for Chicago. That's going to give Hope another chance in the middle. Burbridge is blocked and covered by Chicago. And the outside attack by Marangone is off the block. Hope can't chase it down. Chicago will get the ball back, trailing 11-8. We want to thank all of you for joining us. This is great volleyball. We appreciate your support. Addie Vanderwide with a push and gets it to ricochet off the Minyard block. Vanderwide, if I've done the math right, that should be her 9th kill of the night against only 1 attack error, so she is blistering along at a .400 hitting percentage. Right side attack by Minyard, and it is blocked by Hope. I'm not even sure it was blocked. It would have been 4 kills, and Chicago's going to call a timeout. Hope with its biggest lead of set 3, 13-8. They're back in set 1 form. We'll see if they can continue that. When we come back, you're watching Hope Volleyball.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is Hope.
We're tied at 1 set apiece here inside of the DeVos Fieldhouse in this terrific non-league Division III matchup between 2 nationally ranked teams. The Flying Dutch of Hope College coming in with an 18-2 record, ranked number 2 in the country, second only to defending national champion Juniata. And Chicago ranked 18th in the always challenging UAA. Emory with a 5-0 record in the UAA so far. Because the teams are so spread out, they all fly together and play in a 3 round robins during the year. That's a service error by Chicago. That'll give the ball back to the Dutch. Emory at 5-0. Carnegie Mellon 4-1. And then Case, Western, Wash U, and Chicago all bunched up at 3-2. NYU at 2-3. Brandeis and Rochester looking for their first UAA win. Amelia Gibbs with a quick hitter in the 5-hole gets the ball back for the Dutch. For the Maroons. Gibbs, one of the two Palo Alto players on this Chicago roster. Brooke Fox jumps high, but Chicago does handle it, so they'll get a chance. They'll go outside to Mishra with her rocket, but it goes wide, and Hope fortunately picks up the point, and they extend their lead to 5. Hope's toughest server on the team is Sammy Seib. And we have another service error. 16 total. 8 by each team. Back set to the right side. Lockett. Overpass is pounded down by Allie DeWeerd. Allie DeWeerd picking up her 8th kill against only one attack error. She is also blistering at 467. That's her 9th kill. So she's hitting 500. She's hitting 500. Vanderwide hitting 400. For Chicago, the numbers are much more modest, but they got big numbers. Mishra with 9 kills. She's hitting 190. And Spelling's hitting 375. And Brooke Fox is blocked by the Maroons. They get the ball back, and they are not going quietly here as they are trying to hang tough and nibble their way back into this one and really put the Dutch in a disadvantage if they could pick this up. 16-12. Hope with the lead. Lauren Lee with her attack over, and on the second contact, Chicago answered with the same play, but then we get it back to Allie DeWeerd. She finds a spot from about the 6th position, and it is 17-12. The 3 position. Here's Brooke Fox. Fox hails from Saunaman, Illinois, Pontiac Township. And big chase for the ball is going to be unsuccessful by Hope. So Chicago's going to pick up a point. We're kind of toggling back and forth between 4 points and 5 points. That's just fine for the Dutch as we inch closer and closer to the magic 25. Same position that Chicago had on Hope in set 2. Hope has in set 3 over the Maroons. There's a little scramble at the net. Chicago does get a play on it. Hope answers it. DeWeerd is blocked, and they go back to her, but it was just out of her reach. It was a little miscommunication, and Chicago has trimmed the lead to 3, and the crowd goes quiet. And a service ace by Nicole Martinez. A rather unorthodox approach, but it is tough to handle. Martinez coming into today had 26 service aces. So we know how hard it looks different coming out of her hand, but it is hard to handle. Addie Vanderwide cuts it hard from left to right and stops the bleeding and gives Hope a 3-point lead, as Chicago was trying valiantly to crawl back into it. And that would have reduced the lead to 1 and would have caused a little bit of anxiety here for the home crowd at DeVos. We are by no means out of the woods. Vanderwide's attack is handled. First contact by Oates to Lee. Burbridge can't get all of it, but Hope does cover their block. Vanderwide ricochets it off of the Peyton Minyard block, and it is a 4-point Hope lead. And Chicago's going to call its last timeout as Hope can taste the third set victory, looking to break the 1-1 tie. We'll see if they can do it. Right after this, you're watching Hope Volleyball.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louie the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Hope College with a 4-point lead in set 3. Trying to respond to their first set loss since they lost a 3-1. They won a 3-1 match, but that set loss was to Wisconsin Whitewater on September 28th. And like Chicago has done all night, they have come out of the Mitchell-McPartland timeouts with a lot of success. This time they pick up the point, and it's down to 3. McPartland, in his 4th season as head coach, he was the assistant before that. Vanderwide bangs it off the net tape, changes directions a little bit. Chicago unable to chase it down, and the always tough Lauren Lee coming into today's match with 17 service aces. She gets it over, and a right side attack by Minyard is answered, but then an overpass, so Minyard just tapped it back. Peyton Minyard with her 3rd kill of the night. Tough serve by Hillary Chung, the setter. Hope with not much on it. Vanderwide tried her best to get it over, but it dances on the net tape, falls back on the orange side, not the maroon side, and it is a 2-point set. Marshall having a hard time. Vanderwide able to get to it. Burbridge able to get to it, but we're not able to get it over as everyone had to chase it down. And the lead is 1. Hope calls timeout. Chicago battling the second-ranked team every inch of the way. So we'll be back with the very end of this. Both teams are out of time. Well, actually, Hope has 1 timeout left. But we'll be back with the end of set 3 right after this on Hope Volleyball.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Welcome back to Hope College, where we are in the middle of a battle that is being brought to you by some terrific students here at Hope. Shane Siegel on camera. I don't think he can hear me. I don't think Jake Johnson can hear me either because they are with headsets listening to our student director, Audra Woolman. And this whole thing is being led by our boss, Director of Video Services, Freddie Velasquez, And that attack by Lockett is deep. There's no touch called. And we are tied at 20 with Chicago holding the ball. And that one's deep by not very much. Grace Marshall pulling out her eagle eye, and Hope gets a point on a service error. That is Chicago's 9th. Both teams with 9 service errors. Here's an outside attack by the ever-reliable Felita Marangone, and we are back tied at 21. This game is about as even as you can imagine. Hope with a little bit of a stat edge, probably because they won so convincingly in set 2. But that's been it for domination. A critical service error that the Hope fans are elated to receive. They now lead 22-21, 19 service errors total between the two teams, 10 for Chicago, 9 for Hope. And that one goes deep, but it is touched by Hope. Dia Mishra again with her 10th kill of the day. DeWeerd has to push it over, as does Kanziora. Middle attack by DeWeerd with a little spice on it, and it ricochets off the back row, and Hope with a 23-22 lead. And Kate Oates will come in for some big serves. She's got 17 aces on the year coming in compared to 24 errors. That one might have been deep, but Hope played it. That one goes wide. Mishra with her 6th hitting error of the night to go against 11 kills, and we are at set point. The Dutch have been longing for this time because they have not really been in control of this match since set 1. Trying to close up with a victory in set 3. Mishra pounds it down. She picks up her 12th kill. And we are tied at 24. Aren't we? No, we are at 24-23. Well, we can breathe a little bit of a, for some reason I had 23, was it? But we are at 24-23. Hope again with set point. Tipped by DeWeerd. Outside attack by Minyard. Lee in the middle to DeWeerd. Hope wins. Hope wins. 25-23. And they win a nail-biting 3rd set. And they are 1 set away from another match victory and improving their record to 19-2. We're going to see if they can do that. But first, we're going to take a little bit of a break. You are watching Hope Volleyball.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
Our students act as beacons of hope for their community. They lead with courage, conviction, patience, and strength. They're ready to change the world.
Welcome back to Division III volleyball at its finest. And we have been gifted with a terrific volleyball match this evening. It's free stuff night. We're giving out hats. We got I guess, I don't know what we call those. Cowgirl, cowboy hats. Not sure if we got a deal on those, but the students are proudly wearing them. They'll show up in exchange for some free things. We always have a great crowd. Both the community and the students support them. Tougher to get a crowd on the midweek as they are often here with their own set of activities and other things going on, but they are showing up tonight, as is the faithful group of parents, as well as the local community folks. A week from Friday, we will be celebrating the 10th anniversary of the 2014 Hope College National Championship that took place in Newport News, Virginia, on the campus of Christopher Newport University. And our opponent will be our sister school and regular rival in many things. Certainly our rivalry in volleyball is probably unmatched with Calvin University, who has also its fair share of national championship and final national tournament appearances. And I probably should stop talking about that because it's bringing a bit of bad luck as Hope has lost the first 3 points of this set, starting with a service error and then 2 hitting errors. So they're down 3-0. Annie Lockett's attack from the right side is handled, but Hope will get another chance. They'll go back to Lockett, this time with a little touch, a little Lockett finesse. Kept the rocket in her pocket, and Lockett puts a little touch over. 3-1, Hope with its first point. They'll be playing Calvin on Friday, October 25th, and we'll be honoring that service error. Is another one by Hope, goes way wide. That will be a non-league version of the Hope-Calvin matchup. They've already played together, have Hope and Calvin, in the MIAA league match, but it's always nice to get a second contest, and we're going to have lots of those players back, and it's one big weekend here at Hope as they will be taking on the Knights, and we will be honoring that national championship. This team is looking to get back to that final game again as they are ranked number 2 in the country, but they're going to have to play better the rest of the season than they're playing right now, as the Maroons of Chicago are handling them easily. But Cam Burbridge does something to say about that, as she has a solo block, and Hope cuts the lead to 5-2. We've had 2 service errors. That accounts for 2 of Chicago's 5 points, and then 2 hitting errors. So Hope doing Chicago lots of favors here early in set 4. They're going to get a chance, will Hope. Lockett is blocked, and the cover is not there, and Chicago leads 6-2. After 3 sets, Chicago hitting 211, Hope's hitting 271. Coming into this 4th set, Dia Mishra with 12 kills leads the Maroons. Marangone has 8. There's a kill by DeWeert. That makes it 6-3. Gabby Spellings with 5 kills and Peyton Minyard with 4. For the Dutch, co-player of the year, national co-player of the year, Addie Vanderweide with 12 kills, hitting a sizzling 400. Annie Lockett with 6. And Allison DeWeert also with 12. She is hitting 478. So DeWeert and Vanderweide doing the lion's share of the attack so far. But Brooke Fox with a huge kill, her 7th of the night. And Hope trying to nibble away at this victory. They trail the Maroons 6-4. Hope does not want to go to a 5th set. Tough serve by Kate Oates. Although I will say, Hope may not be indomitable in 5th sets, but they are indeed formidable. There's an attack error by Lauren Lee with her left-handed second contact, from which she finds much success, but that one was out. Chicago gets the ball and the point. Martinez with the approach. And the middle attack by Allie DeWeert is going to get Martinez out of the serving dish very quickly. And that's good news for Hope, as Martinez is tough behind the service line. So it will go back to Hope. And Brooke Fox will stand on the far left side of the court. Send it to the libero Barbarossa. And the attack is tipped at the net by Hope. And Chicago will pick up another point. Grace Marshall in. And Fox out. 8-5. Marshall picks it up. Oates is going to have to take the second contact. Vanderweide with a hammer. But Chicago handles it. DeWeert puts it tight to the net. That wasn't really how they drew it up, and that's not something Allie DeWeert is used to doing. It just got too tight, and Vanderweide couldn't get anything on it. Couldn't really get to it. 9-5, Chicago with the biggest lead of this set. And that ball is going to go deep. Another service error, this one by Spellings. As we rack them all up here. 11 service errors for Hope and 10 service errors for Chicago, compared to only 5 service aces for each team. Here's a push over. DeWeert gets it over. An overpass attack by Gibbs is blocked by Hope. Now Hope will get a shot. They'll go outside to Vanderweide, who finds a way, splits the block, and ricochets it off the net tape. Hope has cut the lead to 2. 7-9. DeWeert to serve. We appreciate all of you joining us. Whether you are a Maroon or a Flying Dutch, we hope you are enjoying this broadcast. Vanderweide powers it down, but Chicago's able to get to it, but not that one. Addie Vanderweide would not be denied in her second attempt, as the libero did a terrific job there. Barbarossa on the first one, but the second one was just too hot to handle. And there's an ace by DeWeert. A bright spot in serving, which both teams desperately need, and we are tied at 9. That service ace couldn't come at a better time. This one's tight to the net, and Burbridge is there to push it back. And Hope has its first lead of set 4. Remember, they got off to a sloppy start, and Chicago jumped out to a 3-0 lead. That one is deep. Another service error. This one will be Hope's 12th. Canziora checks in. Hillary Chung checks in. She will serve and set along the back row. She's joined in the back row by Martinez. And the libero Barbarossa. And a middle attack by Burbridge. And Hope picks up the first lead of the third set, 11-10. And Annie Lockett is in. They got the power up there now. It's Lockett, Burbridge, and Vanderweide with the setter Lee in the back row. And Annie Lockett is there to stuff down the overpass. And it's 12-10. Timeout, Chicago. We're in set 4. Hope looking to finish it up. We'll see if they can do that. We're halfway through. You're watching Hope Volleyball.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Thank you very much, Mr. Freddie Velasquez, who has carried us today. He has been our boss, and he's the best jefe on campus. Audra Woolman, our great student director. Chicago picks up the point. That was Mishra on the far side. And then our two awesome student cameramen, Jake Johnson, Shane Siegel, getting their directives from Miss Audra. Chicago cuts the lead in half down to 12-10. Tough serve. Hope having a hard time handling it, so Lockett's just going to have to push it over. Middle attack, and they find the floor. Amelia Gibbs. That ties it at 12. Amelia Gibbs with her third kill of the night. She's been kind of quiet, but she's been consistent. Not a lot of errors. Lee. Middle tip to Vanderweide, but it's covered by Chung. Mishra hits it into the net. Hits it wide. And that's going to give Hope a 1-point lead, 13-12. Vanderweide, tough serve. Picked up by Mishra. They go middle to Gibbs. And Lee got a handle on it, but not enough of one, and that put it over the head of Vanderweide, and we are tied at 13. Barbarossa, the Saratoga, California junior, tough short serve, right side. Lockett tips it, picked up by Barbarossa, and Mishra pounds it down for her 14th kill of the match. That's going to get a quick timeout from Coach Becky Schmidt as Chicago takes the lead again. They led early and they have clawed their way back. It's 14-13 Chicago. We'll be back. You're watching Hope Volleyball. The Maroons have made their trip from Hyde Park, and in so doing have given the second-ranked team in the country, all they can handle, and that serve was just out. And we are tied at 14, another service error. Both teams in double digits, and an ace! The sixth ace of the night, Sammy Seib, the team leader in service aces, picks it up, Hope with a 1-point lead. Jump serve with the right hand. This one, Mishra with the first contact. Right side attack by Canziora is handled by Hope. They'll get a chance at it, but DeWeerd can only get a tip. Mishra, nice contact by Vanderweide in the back row. Brooke Fox with a roll. Chung sends it back on first contact. Lockett off the block. Chicago with an attempt. Mishra pounds it down. Hope gets a hand on it, but it goes out. Mishra with her 15th kill. The junior from Seattle has been outstanding. Isabel Kai will serve. She's a freshman from Bellevue, Washington. Brooke Fox is going to have to send it over from 12 feet off the net. Kai with the set, and it's blocked! Mishra is blocked! That hasn't happened a lot, but Lockett was there with her block it, and it is 16-15. These two teams battling in a critical set 4. Certainly more critical for Chicago. Oates. First contact is Mishra. Vanderweide, first contact. Middle, it's blocked. DeWeerd is blocked, and we are tied. Gabby Spellings, the freshman from Austin, Texas. And we're tied at 16. Crowd feeling the tension here. Vanderweide to Lee, outside to Fox. Off the block! Brooke Fox picks up the kill. She is undersized for an outside hitter, but what she lacks in size, she makes up in vertical, and she picks up her 7th kill. And then follows, I thought it was going to be an ace, but Chicago gets it over. So Fox is going to set, and Vanderweide is blocked. What a point. But it's going to go Chicago's way, and we are tied at 17. Fox is going to come out with a great rotation there. Grace Marshall will take her place. And Spellings will serve. Tip by Vanderweide. A tip by Minyard. And Hope can't handle it. That's one they should probably pick up. Just a little small ball by both sides. And it goes in Chicago's favor. They have a 1-point lead and the ball. What a match. Vanderweide gets it off the block. Here's Mishra. She has been dynamite tonight. Middle tip. Allie DeWeerd finds a spot. She wiggles that ball around the two blockers, and we are tied at 18. Allie DeWeerd will drop back. The crowd exhorting the Dutch, and another service error by the Dutch. That is their 12th. Both teams sitting on 12 service errors. Hillary Chung, the other setter, this junior from Palo Alto. Tough serve, but picked up by Oates. Vanderweide in the middle on that serve-receive rotation, but Chicago handled it. Now they're going to go outside to Vanderweide. Again blocked, covered by Burbridge. They're going to go to Vanderweide again. Picked up by the libero Barbarossa. 3 times by Vanderweide. This one's going to be sent over by Lauren Lee on the second contact, and Chicago cannot get it back. And Hope ties it at 19.
Lee serving.
Coach McPartland wanted a double contact on that. I thought it was a good attack by Lauren Lee. Thalita Marangone from the right side on the serve receive gives Chicago the point and the lead, and it is 20-19. And she will drop back to serve. Vanderwide having a great day all around, including in the back row. There's an attack by Gibbs, and it finds the floor, and Chicago leads by 2 in set 4, and they are 4 points away from pushing this to a 5th and deciding set. Tough serve. It's an overpass that's pounded down by Dia Mishra with her 16th kill. And Hope's going to call a timeout. Chicago, we were tied at 19. Chicago came with 3 straight points. They lead 22-19 and are on the precipice of tying this at 2 sets each. We'll see if they can do that right after this. You're watching Hope Volleyball.
In a Hope Forward model, every student who comes through the doors of Hope College would have their tuition 100% covered.
Well, we are glad that you have joined us. You have gotten your money's worth as these two teams have been battling from the beginning. Hope picked up a pretty convincing first set victory. I don't know if Chicago was just a little groggy getting off the bus, but Hope won convincingly 25-14. But then Chicago returned the favor 25-20 in set 2. Hope won a nail-biter 25-23, and Chicago is about very close to picking up a set 4 victory. Hope trying desperately to make sure that doesn't happen. Here's an outside attack by Vanderwide. It's nice to have her in the front row, and finally they get it past the libero Barbarossa, and that is Vanderwide's 14th kill of the night, and she will go back to kill, so we lose her out of the front row. Hope leading Hope trailing 22-20. Mishra hits it wide in a rare hitting error by the Seattle junior. She's hitting 250 on the night. Well, I don't want to say it's rare, but with 16 kills, she certainly has lots of attempts for the night, and she has been dynamite. 22-21. Hope trying to tie it up. Middle attack is blocked, but Chicago covers it. Cam Burbridge can't get it across. Is just a little over aggressive there. Probably just needed to better the ball instead of looking for the cannon, and now Chicago is 2 points away from tying this match. 23-21. Outside, Lockett finds a spot. Lockett with a timely rocket, and it is 23-22. And here comes the woman you want serving, the one who leads the Dutch in service aces. She puts it in the middle of the court. Chung goes back set. It's tipped. Hope's going to handle it. Allie DeWeerd's going to push it over. Neither team with a lot of power, but there's Mishra when you need her. When is she going to be out of the front row as she picks up her 17th kill? And we are at set point. Isabel Kai coming in to try to tie this up. Vanderwide, Lee back set to Lockett. Chicago's going to handle it off the block. And it was a flat-footed attack by Dia Mishra, her 17th of the night. And we are tied at 2. Wow. Well, we've got a 5th set coming up. The captains are going to meet with a coin flip. The coaches are going to do the lineup. And we are going to catch our breath. Do not go anywhere. This is Hope Volleyball.
I was made for this. Yeah, yeah. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Yeah, yeah.
Hope students come from diverse backgrounds, ready to create an environment where truth is sought, all voices are amplified, and challenges are met with determination and confidence. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
My name's Emma Duttmers, and I'm a communications major, and then I'm minoring in environmental studies. I play soccer. The first soccer game of my junior year, I tore my ACL. Our athletic trainer, Annie, was there for me right when it happened, and she was there for me literally every step of the way. That was definitely a huge growing opportunity for me, and it was really hard, but it really pushed me to be a leader with more of my voice because I couldn't lead by example on the field. It definitely made me take a step back and realize how much there's to be grateful for.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to share hope stories of transformational impact.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share hope stories of transformational impact.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope.
We got cowboy hats. We got Brooks and Dunn with the boot scoot boogie. We'll see if that brings a little luck to the Flying Dutch, who have not been boogieing since about set 1. We're tied 2 sets each. Chicago on the match hitting 234. Hope hitting 243. It couldn't be closer. And it has largely, for the Maroons, been on the shoulder of Dia Mishra, who has secured her position, I gotta believe, as a strong All-American nominee. Felita Marangone with 11. And then a triplet of Spellings, Gibbs, and Minyard each with 5. For the Dutch, it's been the De Weerd, Vanderweide show, each with 15. Lockett has been impressive from the right side with 9. Burbridge with 6. Brooke Fox from the L2 position with 8. Chicago won the toss. They will serve first. Hillary Chung. And an ace as this set to 15. Every point is critical. And the first one goes to the Maroons. 1-0 from the right side. Chung sends it. Fox, she's going to have the first and the third contact. This is a right side attack. An outside attack. That was Marangone. No, that is a right side, and that one's blocked. Puckett with a block on the right side. And we're tied at 1. Marangone trying from the outside in that particular rotation. And Lockett pushed it back. We're tied at 1. Kate Oates. Some of the best volleyball Hope's had, some of the best opponents Hope's had all season long. They've only lost 2. Chung keeps a smile on her face as she tried what Lauren Lee does so often, which is to push it over on the second contact, but it ran into the net. Hope with a critical second point. They lead 2-1. Oates from the right side. First contact is Marangone. Outside is Kanziora. It's handled by Hope. Brooke Fox sends it over. The libero picks it up. Mishra is handled. Dia Mishra, they sent it over, but Chicago's going to get another chance. The tip is going to go to Hope. Chicago handles it. Back row attack by Mishra. Oates picked it up. What a point. Vanderweid's going to get another chance. Lee pushes it over on the second contact. Here's Seib to Lee, outside to Fox. Folks, I should just shut up and watch this. What a point, and it's wide. Hope hits it wide, and Chicago picks up the point. What a rally. And the Maroons pick up the point. Both teams playing just powerful on the net, and then great back row play to better the ball and keep it alive. Fox with the tip, covered by Chung. Barbarossa sets it. Great play by Fox. Vanderweid, back row attack. Chung with the first contact. Mishra pushes it deep to Vanderweid, middle attack. And that one's gonna drop! Allie DeWeird with a critical middle attack. Chicago got a hand on it, but they couldn't track it down. Hope with a 3-2 lead. Brooke Fox. Ace! It dropped like a stone, and Barbarossa, ever reliable back there, just was a little bit behind it as that ball looked like the best fast-pitch softball drop ball ever. A similar one this time, but they are able to get it. It's Chicago, but it's too high on the attack by Mishra, and Hope leads 5-2. And in a 15-point set, that is noticeable. Brooke Fox has had a great service run here. That attack by Mishra goes wide, and she has been on fire ever since set 1, but a couple of hitting errors back-to-back has given Hope a 6-2 lead. They are on the verge of a possible dramatic 5-set victory on their home court. We'll see if they can do that right after this. This is Hope Volleyball.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louis the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Set 5, Hope leads 6-2 in what has been some terrific volleyball by both teams. Brooke Fox has put the last few points on her serving shoulder. That ball is tipped, and Vanderweid picks up a kill. It is 7-2. The first point of this set went to Chicago. That serve is out, but Brooke Fox has earned her meal money tonight as she served 6 in a row, I believe. It is 7-3. Chicago with the serve, Hope with the lead. Tough serve by Barbarossa. And Vanderwide not able to get it over. And it is 7-4. And we are 1 point away from switching sides. Barbarossa, the left-handed serve, short, picked up by Oates. Outside, tipped by Vanderwide. Chung with a great job pushing it over. Dia Mishra on her second contact. That's her third hitting error in a row, and it is 8-4. Mishra with 18 kills on the night. But she is now up to 11 errors in sets 2 and 3. She was outstanding. It is 8-4. One of the weirdest rules in sports. I can understand it if it were outside or windy or something, but they decide to switch at 8-4 in a fifth set. DeWeird will serve from this side now. This side being the east side of the gym. Great back set to Canziora, but Hope handles it. Vanderwide powers it, but it's just a little deep. And Addie Vanderwide with her 6th hitting error. She's hitting 2, well, it'll go down a little bit. She has 16 kills. Her hitting percentage will drop a little bit. Isabel Kai will come in to serve as she has done all night. Hillary Chung will set up, will come out as the back row 2-setter attack by Chicago will continue. And we've got a violation, a rotation violation by Chicago. It really didn't matter because the serve went about 18 feet too long. 11 feet too long. Either way, that's a critical point for Hope. Lauren Lee is an overpass. Cam Burbridge finds a spot. It's 10-5. Hope with a critical lead. And Chicago is going to take its final timeout. Hope's 5 points away. And we will keep it here. Maybe we'll make our camera people do a little work. What do you think, Freddie? And we'll show you some sights and sounds as we are looking to close this one out here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Just 5 more points as this one has been going on now for over an hour and a half. Chicago has used both of its timeouts. Hope leads 10-5. Lauren Lee, always a tough server for the Dutch. Isabel Kai with the set. It's blocked by Hope. Blocked by Hope again. Spellings trying to get it over, both times denied. Mishra with a terrific hit, but it's handled by Hope. Vanderwide pushes it back. Chicago handles it. Mishra's going to push it. Marshall, Lee, right side, Lockett with a rocket, and it's 11-5. Annie Lockett with a critical point, and Hope leads 11-5. Lockett with 9 kills on the night. DeWeird and Vanderwide have led pretty much the whole way. Both of them about the same amount, and they still have the same amount at 16 kills. And an attack error by Mishra, and it is 12-5. Mishra will come out, and Maggie McInerney, a senior outside from Kansas City. She attended St. Teresa's Academy, and she is in. Lauren Lee continuing the service run. McInerney getting her first attempt. And Lockett dribbles it down in between the McInerney and Spellings block. It is 13-5. Hope with a commanding 5th set lead. And that one is going to be in. What a point. That was Gabby Spellings on the slide. Everyone yelled out, but it wasn't out as it ricocheted off the net tape and dropped in at the white line. 13-6. Lauren Lee with a spectacular service run, similar to what Brooke Fox had in set 4. Lockett rolls it. Chicago will handle it, but there's a free ball attempt. Marshall to Lee. You're going to go outside to Vanderwide. Great job picked up by Barbarossa. See if we get another chance here. It's going to go to Lockett on the right side this time. Not a great angle, so she had to roll it over. And down the line is number 15, Gabby Spellings. She picks up the kill, and it is 13-7. Chicago refusing to go away. Martinez, one of their tougher servers. Lockett from the outside is blocked. It's Marangone and Spellings with the double block on Lockett. Chicago continues to answer every run that Hope has had, and they have cut the lead from 7 to 5. Tough serve by Martinez. Burbridge, and it hits the antenna. Burbridge with a kill. We are at match point. The student crowd is on its feet. Brooke Fox is in. Marshall is out, and the All-American co-player of the year from last year trying to finish it up with her serving arm. And a point by Marangone from her left hand from the left side, and it found a spot. Nothing fancy, but a great eye by the sophomore from Brazil, and she craftily found a spot. It's 14-9. It's still match point. Middle to Burbridge. She pushes it. Chicago has had great back row defense, as has Hope. Like that one, Vanderwide. Fox with an attempt is handled. Right side attack. Lee with the first contact. Side's going to go to Lockett, who finds the spot on the back row. Hope wins. Hope wins. Annie Lockett brings her rocket one more time, and Hope wins 15-9 in 5 sets. They have beaten another nationally ranked team and will likely hold their spot as number 2 in the nation as they win 25-14, 20-25, 25-23, 22-25, and then 15-9. Our thanks to all the good people who made this happen, all of the sponsors you were able to watch during our breaks, as well as our on-site crew, our great student Shane Siegel, Jake Johnson, Director Extraordinaire Audra Woolman, who are all led terrifically by Freddie Velasquez, our boss. And that is it for tonight. We will be back with more Hope Volleyball, but for tonight, we bid you a good night. You have been watching Hope Volleyball.